Hello and welcome to another edition of Benton First News Network. I'm your host, Sam Pierce, the Director of Communications. Trying things a little bit different this week, going off script, trying to be a more relaxed and comfortable atmosphere instead of being the dry, awkward person that I am. Today's episode, we are going to be talking to Miss Linda with the Food Pantry Ministry and how she got involved thanks to Reverend Taylor Lloyd, and the fact that it has grown substantially in that time thanks to the Hope Project in Hot Springs. Each month they go to Hot Springs and pick up food deliveries and then bring them back to the church. She discusses the fact that they are in need right now of volunteers to either help pick up in Hot Springs or unload at the church.
I got involved because I work in the church office, volunteer once a month when the church is open, and Taylor, our associate pastor, was over the food pantry, and he was talking to Bill McKee and Ed Alvarez, and they are the two people that were going out and buying food for the food pantry and put it in the box outside. And Taylor had found out about Project Hope food bank in Hot Springs, and so he found out, we could buy a lot more food per dollar if we bought from the food pantry.
In the need of volunteers right now, at least as far as you need another truck to use every once in a while.
Yes, I would like to have more volunteers. We have a good group of people. We probably have, I'm going to guess, maybe 10 people, but we would like to have more and get more people involved in it because it's a great ministry, and it's just once a month that we go pick up. And what we do as far as picking the food up, when I got my group of volunteers, I have an email set up, and I can add anyone to it, and I send it out, and I ask for 2 drivers each month, first Wednesday of the month, first full week of the month, and also some volunteers to meet us at church for when the drivers get back with the food to help unload and stock the pantry, unpack everything and put it in the shelves. So we're just looking for at least one other person or even more. So we have some options because, you never know when your volunteers are going to be busy or sick or whatever. So would love to have some more volunteers to add to our group, and they can email me or call me, text me if they're interested, and I'll be glad to call them and talk to them about it and add them to our list. We're able at the food pantry to get a lot of canned foods, and I can get canned chicken and tuna and some things like that and crackers. But when anybody asks me, well, what's something if I just want to pick something up to put in the outdoor food box, I got a couple examples here, like being a sausage or potted meat, these little packets, you can pick them up on sale somewhere, and it, maybe for like $1 or something, and that would be great. You can do that. We also, if you do, it's good to have money donations, and they can donate to the church with a check and just put in the memo that it's for the food pantry or online, because we can buy like 30 to 35% maybe more food buying from the food pantry than we can just at the local grocery stores, unless you catch a really good sale. But we do some of both. We also like to, a lot of times people are cleaning out their pantry, or if they want to donate food, they can put it in get some food that you're maybe not using and put it in a bag and bring it to church, or just drive by and park by the food box and put a few things in there. A lot of people do that. We usually spend about $1,200 to maybe $1,400 a month on food for our pantry. And by the next month, people can't believe, because we fill up our shelves. We've got, let's see, about 5 shelves in the pantry, and it's full. And then when the next Wednesday and the next month comes along, it's pretty well empty again, if not empty. So we're, like I said, we're looking for volunteers, donations, and the people that drive would probably need to drive a truck, because it takes 2 truck beds of to fill up all the food, to get all the food in there. Also, I was going to talk about the donation part. If your Sunday school class, we have a couple of them that donate. They donate to different things, and they've been nice enough to donate a certain amount each month out of their money toward putting food in the food pantry. So that's a great thing too. With the little food box outside on Sevier Street, and it's and then people do come to the church, or call and say, do you have a food pantry? I've answered the phone in the office and they ask, do you have a food pantry? So people come to church, like I said, and they come by the box. And when we started out, there was like a little closet up by the front office where we would keep extra things, whatever somebody might bring to church on Sunday, and drop off for it. And as the need grew, there's a lot of need for food right now. Then ways to buy food and get the most for our money. That's how Taylor went out and found out about Project Hope in Hot Springs. And so that's helped us buy a lot more food for our money, or the money that people give. So that's been a great thing. And they also sometimes they have free food that they give us away. And like I said, going forward, I would hope that we could even increase it. I would love to be able to have a refrigerator donated so we could get things that are refrigerated. We can't accept those now because we really don't have the place to put them. When I know with COVID, everything's a little having to be handled different, but I know at some point we'll get back to our Monday night meals that we used to serve anyone that wanted to come to church, and would hope that we would be able to have enough food to provide some to those people that come if they need it when they go home, maybe for another meal, enough for another meal. That would be great.
I just want to thank Miss Linda for doing the interview and putting up with me and my technical difficulties through our Zoom interview process. If you would like to volunteer or want more information on the food pantry, I will provide her email address in the video description. Fall Fest will be held on October 31st at the Sevier Street parking lot from 5 to 6 p.m. There will be a photo booth, trunk or treating, and socially distanced games. We do ask that if you're going to be on campus, you have to wear a mask. Have you checked out Brother Ben's new Wednesday night service? Each week, beginning at 6 p.m. in the CLC, Brother Ben is hosting a family discipleship online through YouTube or Facebook now.
To create these bridges of faithfulness that develop inside the home. And it's really the parents and the grandparents' responsibilities to make that happen. That is their role, and that's our role as parents.
If you would like to attend in person, we do ask that you sign up online through Eventbrite. This has been another episode of Benton First News Network. I'm your host, Sam Pierce, and I want to thank you for bearing with me during this episode. It might have been a little bit of a struggle. I was trying to go off script to have a more relaxed atmosphere, and we all see how that turned out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be safe.